this next video, Cooley and I want to show you how you can use a little bit of lateral work to improve your horse's trot and his or her flexibility and ability to move through her or his body nicely and elastically. So we're going to go and put ourselves into a very, very small little sitting trot. And this is, of course, presuming that you and your horse have warmed yourselves up in the posting trot and otherwise. And we're just going to put ourselves onto this little 20-meter circle and going just round in an easy-going, regular sitting trot over the center of these spaced out, half-raised poles, and just trying to be, in a good place. Nothing too fast, nothing too hurried, nothing too slow. Trying to tune into my seat and helping him. And then I'm going to start just having a little bit of, outside flexion when I come to the open part here of the circle. It's almost like tiny little bit of counter shoulder in, and then I'm straightening him before we're coming over these poles again. And then again, a little bit of counter flexion. I'm going to put a little bit more weight into my right seat bone here as I'm making him look to the left. Then straighten again over the poles. And again, I have to half halt him because he's picking up quite a bit of speed when we're coming right over those poles. And then straighten so he can, move through his whole body. And then I'm going to break it up here for a moment and change the directions. So he doesn't have to do everything for too long in the same direction. And, the whole time I'm hoping to have a nice, regular rhythm in the trot. May vary a little bit, and here's a little bit of the counter flexion or counter shoulder in, depending on how familiar your horse is with, these different differentiations of the lateral work. You can always just, have a little bit of counter flexion to the outside before you straighten and go over those poles again, rather than attempting to make the whole counter shoulder in happening. And I'm a little bit late here sometimes as I'm talking and trying to explain everything at the same time. Then I'm going to switch and do a little bit of, shoulder in on the circle here before I come to the next set of poles. And it's just a little bit. I sit to the outside to rotate my inside shoulder back, have him go a little bit laterally, and then just straighten him just before we come to the poles again. Sit nice and softly. Again, a little bit of shoulder in here. Doesn't have to be, super, big strides, of course. And then I let him take his time here. And this is, of course, providing only that you and your horse are familiar with the shoulder in enough to a point where you can actually put yourself and him or her through these paces at a, reasonable speed and a reasonable rhythm. So, and like I said, it's always something to start and to try. If you have fun with it and it seems like it's doable for you and your horse, then by all means, continue, even if it's, not totally perfect feeling, which it really rarely ever does feel perfect. Here's another one. Shoulder in, sit to the outside, inside leg drives a little bit more, and then straighten him, and letting him come here over these poles again, half halt. Yeah, I have to sit and use my knees a little bit so that he doesn't just storm off after each pole. And that's, a lot of horses do that. So then you can also always weave in another little bit of a circle here, just to steady the horse, and they don't have to do too much all the time and row. But, it's sort of up to you as you're riding this exercise. Feel your way into what the horse may need at any given moment. Good boy. Do one more time, a little bit of the shoulder in here. So, very good. Straighten him. Let him come across. And then that's plenty for just a little segment like this. I'm going to let him stretch a little bit. Takes a little bit larger stride, which is only fair. I'll do it one more time here. So, good boy. So, Very nice. And then I'm going to have a little bit of a walk break. And so much for this idea. And as always, have fun, enjoy yourself with your horse. We're always so lucky to be on this journey together, and these ground pulls can make it a little bit more fun. All right, thank you, Cooley, and happy riding. Thanks for watching. Good boy, Lindsay said.